I am here in the pantry live today trying to see what is whole, processed, or ultra processed. Okay. If y'all have any questions, y'all know where to hit me up. But let me put the okay? We want to definitely make sure you all welcome if you're a health hero. If you want to be a health hero for your loved one, welcome today. I'm Chef LaQuita Marie, and today instead of cooking, y'all can see some of the volunteer work that I do. So today we are playing a game called Whole Processed or Ultra Processed. Okay, because let's just take this can of green beans. This is the way this game works today. I am here with you all, Ania, G. Albert. They all are in the chat. There are other people in the chat too. So make sure you come in, say hello, let us know you're here, and of course, play along with us. So back to what we're doing today. We've got different things like green beans. How do you know if your food is whole, processed, or ultra processed? Well, what you want to do is you want to try to go whole, right? So that means you can see the food the way it kind of grew up. So green beans, you see on the can, that's what's exactly in there, but they're still processed. They're in the can. So these would be processed, not necessarily ultra processed. I'm here today at Skyline 21. I'll be cooking here live tomorrow. So good to see you, Bravo Sheila Network. Thanks for coming in. We're trying to figure out today with this game of whole, processed, or ultra processed. I was in here sorting because I was helping them this morning. And so, as you all see, we're just putting things away so that things can be organized. You know, when you have a business, you've got to adhere to all of the rules, right? And so, part of the rules are that the state's going to come in, they're going to check out your space, and they want it. Let me level this out. They want to see that your space is organized. Things are at least 2 inches off the floor. Okay. So that means that we've got to make sure we're putting things where folks can find them. So that way, as other people come in to volunteer, they can help as well. Let me get y'all back. Y'all was like all up in my, and whoo, look at all this, y'all. I was using don't look, y'all know all of my hair is gray. I was using a lip liner. I ain't gonna lie, a lip liner. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Let's go out here and we're going to see what's happening in the main space. Okay. I'm going to take you out here to where there's more food that's whole food, that's processed food, and that's ultra processed food. And again, we're going to play the game. Y'all are going to let us know, is this stuff whole, processed, or ultra processed? I've got something right here that I use all the time. So let me show you all what this is. I love this. Sweet potato chunks. Let me get it close so you all can see it. You all know that you can buy your food already chopped. The best way is whole. This is whole. It has not been processed other than being cut. Okay. So that means it's still considered a whole food, even though it's sort of processed because they chopped it up, but it's whole. All right. This is how you want your food. And the nice thing is you can take this home, you can freeze it. And with the sweet potatoes, y'all know I use sweet potatoes in biscuits. I use sweet potatoes when I'm making my um, pancakes. Any baked good, you can definitely put sweet potatoes into. Even potato salad. I use white potatoes, I use sweet potatoes, and these are already cut. So that makes it really nice. A wonderful whole food. Now, right beside it, though, look what we got. Some muffins. Are these whole? Are these processed or are these ultra processed? Y'all tell me because these are brand muffins. Now, remember how brand muffins used to be a good thing? Y'all look at all this food behind me. When I tell you I'm in the volunteer space, volunteering today, and we got a bunch of stuff. So she fires. Good to see you. You know I was lurking Sunday night for the giveaway. Wonderful job with your giveaway. That was fun. Okay, so brand muffins. Now, brand muffins are supposed to be healthy, but let me show you how many ingredients are in here. When the ingredients are so tiny that you cannot even read them all, that's how you know it's ultra processed. They have an ultra amount of ingredients, right? So this kind of gives you, look, Bravo what Sheila said, processed baby girl. These are because y'all know Bravo what Sheila just had a birthday, and she's a baby girl. She ain't that old. These are ultra processed. Look at all those ingredients. Now I'm going to compare that to this bag right here of um, it's a chopped kit, chipotle cheddar. Now in here, it does have it's a salad mix, right? So Let's see if this is whole processed or ultra processed. I'm going to turn it over, and all we're going to do is zoom in on the ingredients because you would think that this salad would be a whole food or maybe processed. But look, y'all, all those ingredients, when you get past 10 ingredients and you get into chemicals that you cannot pronounce, that kind of makes it ultra processed. So I'm going to read some of the ingredients and explain what I mean when I say product that you cannot pronounce, okay? Look, because you see, she Myers is telling us if they have words that you've never used in your life is probably no good. So that means I'm gonna get right here in front of the Skyline 21 sign, okay? So y'all can see where I am. So this has in it green cabbage, red cabbage, green leaf lettuce, carrots, green onion, dressing. Now, the issue with this dressing, because this dressing has so many things. Isn't it crazy, Bravo, what Sheila? That's nuts, right? That they have so many things. So this is where when we're getting our food, like Lash's Journey would make a salad and we would know exactly what's in it. Like this morning, she was putting spirulina and everything. But when you get into these types of chopped kits and it looks healthy because you're like, oh, look at all that green. But then you turn it over and you see all these ingredients in there. There's so many. So let's see. In the dressing, that's for the devil. I think it's good if you don't use the dressing. The dressing has vegetable canola and or soybean oil. And y'all know canola oil is one of the worst oils in our life, right? We shouldn't do canola oil. So what else? Non-fat buttermilk, which is whey, but whey and water and skim milk powder and cornstarch and tapioca starch, carrageenan. Y'all know carrageenan is a type of MSG. When you see carrageenan, that is a code word for MSG. Anyways, locust bean gum culture, and then tomatoes, chipotle puree, chipotle peppers, water, salt, vinegar, white wine vinegar, salt distilled, 2% of egg yolk, sugar, poblano, and chilies, spices, apple cider vinegar. And actually, the list goes on. Y'all, I didn't realize that these are not the only ingredients. These are also all ingredients. So I can't even read all of this. We would not have time. So you see why rather than buying a bag mix like this, you can come here like, well, I know Share with Love TV. She's Nigerian, so I'm Nigerian today. And she's also in Texas, right? She uses a lot of vegetables when she's making her food. So if she wanted to make a salad, rather than buying a salad mix and you have about 50 ingredients, then what she would do is she would come over here and grab some fresh veggies. So let me show you. Look, Bravo with Sheila is a trip. So today when we play this game, whole processed or ultra processed, this is going to be so much fun because AJ is road tripping is lurking from Germany. Hey, hey, hey! So good to have you here. Let me show you all. Now, G. Albert is telling on me, y'all. I'm gonna repeat what G. Albert is saying in just a minute. So far, things are good. Share with Love TV. Thank you. This is how you would make your salads, because this is how Share with Love TV would make her salads. Okay, you would come here to Skyline 21 or wherever you get your food, and you would grab some real food. Romaine hearts. Y'all see this? Let's look and see how many ingredients are in here. Y'all know I love organic. This even has organic in it. So let's see what's in here. I'm going to show you the ingredients list. I got to get really close because the ingredients list is so small. Thank you for reminding everybody, Gail, at night to click the like button. Y'all see that? The ingredients are organic romaine lettuce. That's it. That's it. Just organic. Why my hand keep shaking? Organic romaine lettuce. That's it. So you can take that. Then you can grab a cucumber. This is the European one that they got to wrap in plastic. I don't know why they wrap it in plastic, but yeah. I've already had my coffee this morning from rolljava.com. For those of you that have ordered from rolljava.com, I appreciate you. It supports the channel. It supports our nonprofit, Atumpan Entertainment. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's see. We're going back to whole processed or ultra processed, okay? Let's finish this game up because so whole processed or ultra processed. Remember, whole means it's just what you see in that bag, just that one ingredient, right? So this is a whole food. This is a whole food, but this cucumber and the lettuce, and so are these onions. Look, 50-pound bag of onions. So is this cabbage because we can just look at it. One ingredient. this stuff started out the way it's going to end up. Look at these bags of potatoes. Potatoes, and this bag is open already. So when you pull them out, you see what you have. Potatoes, right? So these are whole foods. So now I'm going to go over here to some boxes, and you all are going to let me know, are these whole, are these processed, or are these ultra processed? Okay. Now look at this. All this cereal here, right? So you got a lot of little mini bags of frosted flakes, right? I'm here at Skyline 21, and these are all the pantry items that they are giving people. Um, this place is doing so much good. So we also have Special K, chocolatey dipped flakes. Y'all let me know, are these cereals, the Frosted Flakes or the Special K, or even these Frosted Mini Wheats, are they whole? Are they processed? Are they ultra processed? What do you think they are? And look at all of this cereal. People will see this and they will say, "Oh, that's a lot of food." But you know, I don't see this as food. I just put the block on it because they were like, are you taking some of this stuff to your kids?" I said, "No, because my children will eat it like they lost their mind. They will do the most." So while y'all let me know if this cereal is whole back to the secrets, because G. Albert is calling me out, and I'm gonna get into the light so y'all can see the truth of my situation. He says lip liner, reminds me of when David David Hunt first used Just for Men to make his beard extra extra dark, sort of like that dude that has hair dye running down the side of his head. So here's the secret. Y'all know today I volunteered with Skyline 21 to help them pick up all of the food from the food bank, right? But my hair is all gray. My entire scalp is gray. I had to use lip liner to try to cover up some. And look, it still ain't do the job. It's still, you can see right there, Snow White. I told y'all, me and Snow White can compete. We bosom buddies. So look. All right, let's get back to Bravo. What Sheila is saying. Y'all pretty sure that cereal is ultra processed, and AJ's road tripping all the way from Germany is saying it's ultra super duper processed. We about to look at the ingredients. He's talking to sheep fires in there. Everybody's chatting it up. So let's go back and look at some of the ingredients on this food. Because you know everybody's starting to pop in. It's getting loud in here because Skyline 21 is an adult day center where people can come, hang out, have a place to be, and have a good space. So make sure y'all also text the word webinar 757-231-9361, because I'm still doing that six-figure webinar telling you how I make six figures as an LPN, just as a nurse, right? And not by not working that hard, because I do private duty. That's part of the secret. Work smarter, not harder. Let's get back to whole, processed, or ultra processed. Because look, see how they trick us? What's the lady name? Betty Crocker has these dinosaur cookie kits. You would buy this for your child, not realizing you could just get a bag of flour and make your own cookies. They're still gonna be trash, but at least it's not already in a box and pressed down, shaken together, running over. Let's look at frosted mini wheats first, okay? Because for the frosted mini wheats, they have, let's see how many ingredients. Where are the ingredients? Okay, it's not a huge list. So now that we see that it's not a huge list, I'm going to now read the ingredients, okay? Because this tends to be one of the healthier cereals, right? So y'all see all the cereal behind me. These frosted mini wheats has, um, Lord, that's the Spanish version. Did y'all read that? I'm about to read the Spanish. Okay, whole grain wheat sugar. So the main two ingredients is whole grain wheat and sugar. So you're thinking, oh, it's not that many ingredients, but you also have to look at the quality of the ingredients. What am I doing here? How am I doing this? Right? So if this the way they list the ingredients is that the first ingredient is the most of whatever's in there. That's the largest amount of food that's in there. Then they decrease. So there's mostly whole grain wheat in here. Then there's a whole lot of sugar as well. And that's in these frosted mini wheats, y'all. That's what we're talking about. Then the other thing in these frosted mini wheats are 2% or less of whole wheat flour, brown rice syrup, gelatin, vegetable juice for color, Wow, that's interesting. I thought it was gonna say vegetable oil, vegetable juice for color. And then it also has, what else is in this cereal? Natural and artificial flavors. And natural and artificial flavors could be anything. It doesn't mean that it's like a really good product. It could just be anything. I'm not gonna say where they get flavors from, but I'm just gonna say it's interesting. So we also have, there's only a few left. Citric acid, paprika, probably for color. And then there's paprika extract for color, beta carotene for color, BHT for freshness. BHT is a chemical, y'all. That's that stuff they spray in here. So let's get to other cereals like these chocolatey dip, Special K. Now we already know that Special K is supposed to be a healthier cereal, but in reality, it is not a healthier cereal. Like we kind of determined that. I'm just going to show y'all the list because the main things in here are whole grain wheat, rice sugar, almonds, wheat bran, milled corn, vegetable oil, hydrogenated palm kernel, hydrogenated coconut oil. When you see hydrogenated, y'all, hydrogenated is basically like candle wax. That's what hydrogenated means. It's so that's what you're putting in your organs, into your arteries and veins. So this list right here, I know you can't see them all, I know you can't read them all, but this section I'm just showing you the section that has ingredients right there. So these would definitely be super duper ultra processed. I feel like once you get past 10 ingredients and you have chemicals that you can't pronounce, that's when it gets into super duper ultra processed. That's part of the reason why I just don't give my kids a bunch of cereal anymore. Okay. My children do like frosted flakes, of course, because they're frosted. Remember that they used to call these anything that says sugar, they like sugar smacks, they changed it to honey smacks. Uh, Sugar, also that word turned into frosted. These used to be sugar frosted flakes. So they changed the wording for us. But let's look at the ingredients. These actually don't have a lot of ingredients in them. So let me see if I can get it close so that you can see it's a very small section. Why my hand shaking like this? And I think I'm holding it still. But the main section is the vitamins and minerals. Because if you already are putting in whole wheat, y'all, whole grain wheat, rice sugar, milled corn, wheat bran, and then they contain 2% or less of salt, malt flavor, and the BHT, that chemical I was saying, then why do you have so many vitamins and minerals? So that first section is the ingredients. Then the next section that starts in bold is all the vitamins and minerals. Wheat grows up with vitamins and minerals. Why do you have to add it? And why are we talking about this? Well, a lot of our chronic illnesses, they occur because of processed and ultra processed foods. When you have all these people with metabolic diseases, it's from the processed and ultra processed foods. So this is why I all the time will show how can we use this whole food that has grown out of the ground, these 50-pound bags of potatoes, onions, cabbage, carrots, all of that kind of stuff. And right here at Skyline 21, they are they're providing people with a combination of whole processed and ultra processed because we do know that for convenience, a lot of people are using all the same thing. And look, Dr. Junior is like, exactly, y'all. You want to minimize your high blood pressure, your heart conditions. You want to minimize that. Like, don't even start. Last year, Joni already said, I'm living to be like 125, 150. She had 90 something year old family members that are doing just fine. So DJ we got music in the background. So I didn't turn yours on today because we got music on. I'll probably get a copyright strike, but that's not important. What's really important is that we know to focus on our faves, y'all. Fruits and vegetables, every spread will truly keep you from having so many issues. Okay, let's talk about several issues that are the same. Okay. This way y'all can see the sign. And I keep going crooked. I'm sorry, y'all. So let me tell you all some things that are the same thing. High blood pressure is the same, it's very much the same thing as high cholesterol. Why? Because stress causes both, and It's basically I'm trying to get the sign straight. Your arteries are blocked, right? The pressure is low. Something's going on. AJ is road tripping and saying North American flour is stripped of its nutrients. Yep, during the processing from grain. It's enriched because remember all those nutrients that were in those frosted flakes is quote unquote enriched. And they do this with all the cereal, y'all. So AJ says it's enriched during the process, excuse me, it's enriched with nutrients, quote unquote, afterwards. This is part of the reason that pasta and bread is terrible for you over there in North America. And he's saying that because he's over in Germany. And you see Share with Love TV, she's Nigerian. They're used to going to the market and getting whole foods directly from the market. And whatever you get is what you're getting, right? We don't have that. Like A and Lash's Journey is right. They made those vitamins. A lot of these vitamins that they're putting into the foods are lab made. It's not like they naturally came from wherever. So let's just take this can of diced tomatoes. Because, of course, today's theme is whole processed or ultra processed. And we always want to know, well, what's the point of eating whole foods? Why am I doing this? But a lot of us that have aches and pains and we're limping or we're getting out of breath, you don't have to worry about that. When you're eating whole foods, you're still getting the life from the food. When you process it, so let's say like a lot of people will use canned tomatoes. So this is processed. It's not ultra processed, but it is processed. Uh, Canned foods have no electricity. They have no more life, but they will still have some of the vitamins in them, right? Any of the canned foods. So that's the reason why we're doing this. Let's see what you all are saying in the comments. Last Journey talking about they are evil. Look, they just want the money, and this is what we're stuck with, right? AJ's road trip and says, I bet she's getting food in. It's I bet she is getting food in its season as well. That's the best way, in my opinion. Right. So when you are in Nigeria or Jamaica or even here in the States and you go to a farmer's market or you go to the market, you're getting the food that's in season. That's another good way to get the best nutrients, y'all. So let's look at a few other foods and we're going to see if these are whole, processed, or ultra processed. And we're about to get out of here. I'm going to talk to the owner in just a moment because she's here. And so let's see. I've got baby food. That's what I wanted to get a hold of, y'all. Some of this baby food. Okay. Because of course, people think they have to buy their baby food when baby food is what's in these bags right here. Cabbage is baby food. When I had my children, I would just puree some cabbage. Potatoes are baby food. So these big bags of potatoes, you can just boil and puree the potatoes. So let's look at this one here. This says natural for baby, and it's a Gerber brand. Y'all know but let's go ahead on. So this says natural for baby. Let's look at the ingredients because you know how these baby foods, a lot of times they'll have recalls on them because they got glass in the jars or they got bad process and they found too many rats in the factory and all of that kind of stuff. Give your kids whole food, y'all. You really don't have to do all of that. Let's see, let me find the ingredients. Okay, so this is the ingredients list, this little section right there. So I'm going to read to you what's in here. Let's see. It says apples, organic strawberries, organic vitamin C. No, bananas. I'm sorry. I was about to say organic vitamin C. I was reading two lines at once. Apples, organic strawberries, bananas, vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Now, vitamin C and ascorbic acid are two different things. Anyway, they say they also have lemon juice concentrate. So if you're giving your baby apples and strawberries and bananas, do you really need to add vitamin C to it? Those foods are born with vitamin C. They grew up with vitamin C. They fell off the tree with vitamin C. You don't even have to add anything there. Thank you so much, Gail at Night, for reminding everybody that proceeds from our coffee company, rolljava.com, it does support our nonprofit that we have. So definitely, Skyline 21 is actually a nonprofit. That's why we do this work with the food bank, y'all. That's part of the reason why. We're about to get out of here in just a few minutes. So if you're wondering what's popping popcorn NFG, we're playing a game today, whole, processed, or ultra processed. What category would y'all put this baby food in? Would you put it in the whole, processed, or ultra processed category? Because remember, it did have a couple of chemicals in there. So for people, again, if you're wondering why should I focus on whole, y'all know there's a lot of fertility issues out here. People cannot conceive; they're having problems conceiving. They can only have one child, and then they barely had that one because the baby came early, which means then they have issues after they were born, right? That's a big part of it because there's a lot of seedless foods out here. Then they're processing the seedless foods and they aren't even telling you that it's seedless. So that's part of the reason why we want to definitely get our food whole. At least if it's whole, we know whether or not it had a seed in it. We know what's going on. And we know the ingredients because often when they in processing, they don't have to say everything that's in the factory. Sometimes just with processing, like those cans of tomatoes I showed you over there, I've watched several documentaries talking about how in the tomato factories, when they process tomatoes, they do have to use some sort of filler, but that filler is not listed on the jar. So that happens in every factory with every product. Even when they say things like BHT for freshness, we don't know what chemical concoction is in is in that BHT for freshness. That means I'm gonna put this baby food back because there's more baby food over here, like a lot more baby food that's over here. So that was just one. I'm going to show you some of these little puffs that a lot of us give our children. Okay. So just a second, let me grab it. Number one, rice. Why do you need rice in a powder form? You know, and Nikki probably knows this, the everyday life of an OCD chick. Hey there, we are playing whole processed or ultra processed, and we're about to get out of here in a few moments. You mama grows hard in the garden. So good to see you all. Why do you need to give your baby rice that's already in powder form? You do know, and y'all know I got it right in my Amazon store, that little hand mixer. You can just cook plain white rice and then you can puree it and then you can feed it to your baby. You do not just have to have water that you add to this because let's see what's in here. Now they're saying rice on the front. So it looks like you're gonna, ooh, I got my baby some Gerber cereal. It's rice. Let's see what else is in here, okay? I'm going to show you the ingredients and I'll read them. And then you all are going to let me know, is this whole processed or ultra processed? Okay. Because we do have a lot of ADHD and ADHD has been linked to processed foods and ultra processed foods. You know, that's going to be more ADHD and autism. So here's the ingredients in here. Rice flour. Wait, what did I say right there? Let me get some more light coming in. This will happen when you okay, here we go. Rice flour. Now y'all can't see me. All right, this has rice flour, soy lecithin. Now soy lecithin is an emulsifier. An emulsifier helps things to bind together, aka glue. So rice flour, soy lecithin, and potassium phosphate. What's potassium phosphate? Why are we giving our babies potassium phosphate in these if it says it's rice? What really is in here, right? So let's see what y'all are saying. Is this processed, whole processed, or ultra processed? Based on what I just read. Hey, Chris, can you come say goodbye to the people? Because we're about to sign off. So, all right, come on that side right there. Answer this question, Chris, while you're here. Is this rice, would you say this rice is whole, processed, or ultra processed? Now you can look at the ingredients if you need to, because it only has a few down here. Well, I can tell you the ingredients are rice flour, soy lecithin, and potassium phosphate. Do you know what potassium phosphate is? No. Because Albert is saying, so you can smash up some okra to give to that baby. Sure can, David Hunt. There you go. Maybe that's why he loves okra. Just saying. Y'all can. What age would you say you would start giving your baby like a little bit of 6 months? Yep, I nursed my children exclusively to 6 months because I had a Senegalese doctor for my last baby, and he said that my first two doctors said it as well. But when I get people from Africa, they know. So he was like, yeah, just they'll be fine. Lord, poor Lashes Journey. She keep calling these people wicked, talking about wickedness. Like listening. And maybe you know the everyday life of an OCD chick. She said she would consider this rice processed. What would you? Because you're the director here at Skyline 21. You're the one that makes everything happen. You're the one that do the billing. You're the one that sets up for all of these food deliveries, pickups, and you're the one that's really making a difference. So y'all, if you want to make a donation, you know where to go. Uh, come check us out. And if you all want to donate and to Skyline 21, go to superfoodparents.com. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, our donation page is there. Buy me a coffee. We also, or you can click on Shop Superfood Parents. Put Skyline 21 in the notes, and we will make sure those funds get to them. And y'all know I have to because I keep coming back every week, and y'all gonna call me out. Look, G Mama Grow says I can't believe the things I learned. It's a trip, right? It's a trip. So I guess like give your baby food at 6 months, you know. But for this particular rice here,
It's processed.
you would say it's processed,
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
and most of us aren't sure. That's a great answer
Right.
because we aren't sure. They out here just telling us stuff, and we think it's good for our babies. Anything that you want them to know, because I would consider it ultra processed. Nikki said it's processed. Y'all can also vote while we hear some last words from Chris. Look. She said G Mama is crazy, right? It really is crazy. Thank you for putting that in there. Yep. Um, any last words about Skyline 21 that you want people to know?
Well, right now we are taking senior citizens that are looking for fun activities and something to do and just have a good time so they can still have a purpose in life. So we provide all of that. So we have a great time and just come and check us out.
Come
As
check them
long as they
out.
have Medicaid, a major insurance company, it covers it so you won't have to pay anything out of pocket. We provide meals, transportation to and from the center. So we just have a great time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
You are so
Chris.
welcome. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. And look, G Mama grows hard in the garden. She's a nurse. She's a
Okay.
veteran, and she's a grandmother, and she grows in her garden. So, and she knows she's like a
Oh, jack of
botanist.
all trades.
She's a botanist, a scientist. She's like, it's ultra processed. Talking about this rice.
Oh, okay.
Lord, y'all, G Mama grows has spoken.
We got a lot of it.
We do have a lot of it, and we know that we're going to experience ultra processed foods, but the whole point is to balance it with as many whole foods as possible. This is the reason why we encourage you to be a health hero for your loved ones and get as many fruits and vegetables every spread. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you for
All
having us.
right, thank you. Look, Gialva says, can we pick up that Christmas tree behind y'all? It's so nice, isn't it? They did some good decorations here. Y'all, we're gonna have to say goodbye to you all today because I got a little bit more work to do here with the food bank. Y'all see all this? I mean, with Skyline 21, y'all see all this food here. We also break it down into smaller bags and packages so that people can easily get the food. They can easily process it. So, what's the difference between processed and ultra processed? Remember, processed means you can still identify what it is, where it came from. So diced tomatoes, these are processed, but inside here, the tomatoes still look like their original form. So let's just say wheat crackers are ultra processed. Flour is ultra processed because they both came from wheat. Pasta is ultra processed, even though there's only a couple of ingredients there in there. Whereas this bag of flour, it's just the flour from the wheat. It's just the wheat that's been milled. So that would be processed. So thank you for asking again. So this way we can go make sure we get as many real food like Nikki has in her garden because you know the everyday life of an insidious chick is doing great things in her garden. So thank you all. This has been a wonderful day. I am going to sign off with something good here, but G Mama Grows says uh, phosphate equals chemicals to produce oxygen in the so, so the calcium phosphate that was in that rice cereal, that's what she's referring to. It's chemicals to produce oxygen in the food for preservation. In other words, you need air to live. That's why I was telling y'all, anything in a can, it does not have any electricity anymore because the oxygen and the chemicals can't work together anymore. Tomato sauce actually a lot of times is ultra processed because it's not just tomatoes anymore. Like this has tomato puree, tomato paste, water, 2% of onion powder, garlic powder, citric acid, natural flavors, dehydrated bell peppers. They done threw some other stuff in there. They said no salt added. Even Kirkland's organic, you know, that still would be, oh, look, Gialba, you know them pretzels is ultra processed. Because where did that pretzel come from? What pretzel tree you got it from? Did you pick it off a pretzel tree? What happened? So yeah, y'all, this has been good. Thank you all for playing this game of whole process. I'm gonna go finish sorting. Y'all know I started in the pantry. I'm gonna go back to the pantry because I gotta finish What do I have to finish doing over there? Putting the cans and things away. Like I said, things have to be 2 feet off the ground. Laughing because I said, which pretzel tree did you pick them pretzels off of, right? Look, that's how you know it's processed or it's ultra processed. Y'all be a healthier hero for your loved one. Do better for yourselves because you want to live a long life that's a good life, right? So however long you live is a good life. You want it to be a good life. You want to feel good. You want to look good. You want to be able to drop it and not have no problems, right? And you want to be able to do that forever and ever. And for people to be, and look, you want to be able to just lift one leg and you ain't wobbling, and then you want to be able to go down and back up, y'all. I feel good. This is from those. That's what you want to do. So anyway, we're gonna see y'all next time. Thank y'all again for being here, being a health hero. Hold on, let me find the goodbye message. There we go.